Welcome everyone, and how are we doing today? Just to let you know, we're actually coming live from a mystery location, which is well known actually as Wanda's Place. We do say thank you very much. Throughout the night, those if you have any questions or you would like to get a quick little reading, we are here tonight. Again, though, my name is Chris. Trevor's face is down, and this is Wanda.
Welcome to my place.
Thanks a lot, Wanda. Jennifer Fox. Hey, Jen. Nice for you to join. If you have any questions, feel free to actually ask. We're actually here tonight, actually, for you guys. So, Wanda, what's been up lately with you for energy-wise?
My energy's been a little bit wacky these days, but I've been doing a lot of experimental mediumship readings because I'm sort of like in a shift right now with my readings, and I just like to get a little more practice with a little bit of mediumship, like loved ones in that regard, like private ones. But I do a lot of reading in houses, people who's lived there, the history, different locations, but.
All right. And sorry the background noise, but hockey is actually on. But it was a bit funny, though, because before we went live, though, I was going through my deck of cards. All right. And the funny thing, though, is the card that showed up, well, you guys can sort of see there's a camera and also that one. So right now we actually have two channels, and it deals with hockey. Now, the one message I actually got from it, basically, though, is since it is actually the one's 5, the hockey game. The project means resistance, testing one's idea against another. All right, so that's basically what that was about. So we're going to be testing tonight, see exactly what's going on with you guys. Now, then also wanted to pick up a card a little bit earlier, and it's from the Angel deck that I actually had. They're quite huge cards. And this is a card that Wanda picked up.
All right, safety, right? Whenever you are, see, I still can't read. Wherever you are, you're safe because you choose the way of your heart. Release all fear. So if you think there's something to be afraid of, then maybe your intention's putting something out there to be afraid of. But if you think that you're safe, then that's a better way to go than feeling you need to be protected by something that's actually not really out there.
And Trevor's actually on live chat through our Facebook group, and for Wanda's, I'll be able to actually let Wanda know the messages actually through her Facebook. Again, those, if you guys have any questions tonight, feel free. A lot has been going actually on for the past year. We're actually well known as HauntingLIVE group, even the Haunting group here, actually across Facebook and YouTube. You guys may have seen posts actually on both Facebook groups. What was our biggest highlight for this whole year, Trevor?
Well, the biggest highlight that we recently have done anyway was our fall lockdown event of 2018. It was just recently done this past month on November the 3rd, and we had a great turnout for that. We had about 12 guests all in total. And we like to do it small that way just so that it gives a more intimate experience for you guys when you come out to our events. There's no real point in having hundreds of people walking around at a small location when you're trying to get paranormal evidence, because it doesn't really work that way. Right, Wanda? It's hard to get evidence that way.
Yeah, plus you get to be more intent on one another and
And you can work off of one another too, right? You can work off of each other's energy and sort of confirm what somebody has an experience. You can use the other person's energy to sort of verify that experience.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of people, you start getting mixed messages, I guess, in some ways, and it doesn't really always work out, and you start getting suggestions and.
Yeah, well, and it was great because you get a chance to explore and grow your own methods of picking up energy and spirits.
Yeah, so we had our event down in where we normally have our events nowadays, which is at Country Heritage Park in Milton, Ontario. They have a large facility there of quite a few buildings. It's an old historical type park that they have converted into different areas. It is technically a working farm though, so they actually do things there besides housing different buildings for certain things. But
I wasn't even really aware what the full history of it was when I was there. Later, I've been told, like, for example, the Aberfoyle Community Center has been moved over to that location, and they have space. When they built the new one, they took the old one over there as a heritage building.
Yeah.
So there's other buildings, I don't know what all, but now I'm really interested in looking all up.
yeah, there's a bunch of different buildings there. They have one large barn they use for events there. The one that we use specifically for our events is called the Lucas House. That's the one they offer to us for our events, and it's been great to use because it's such rich history to it that it just comes out through the walls there. It's really active there. Some of the history of it really entails that original house being moved from its location to where it is now at the park. And judging from that, all that history and stuff has come with the house because we've been there several times now and we always get activity.
And wasn't your son with us at that time?
Yeah, it was great. Eli came down with us too. He's part of Ghost Hunters of Guelph as well. But my son Eli, he has been developing and maturing his abilities over the years with his opportunities that he's had with us. And he's just very sensitive. So he went through the house and was able to explore using his sensitivity to pick up what he was feeling and sensing and seeing. So that was wonderful.
How did he enjoy it?
Yeah, he thought it was great.
That's his first time too.
There, yeah. He's been with us on other occasions where he's been able to do this work, and it's been he's had a lot of success with that.
So for those that are actually watching without tuning in, basically it's absolutely free. Be able to ask us any questions across the streams, and if you want to be able to get some readings done, please actually let us know. We're both here for you.
Yeah, we're on 2 channels tonight here. We're on our Facebook, which is OGPS Filming on Facebook. We're doing live broadcast tonight. We're doing a Q&A. We're just going to recap some things that have been going on recently with us and some news that's going to be coming up shortly for us as well. Just to keep you guys updated to what's going on at OGPS. And we'd like to thank everybody that's been following us lately. We really appreciate you guys checking us out, checking our work out, sharing our videos that we put out. We hope you enjoy them. And please feel free to share our videos. They're all on social media, on our Facebook and YouTube and even Instagram now. So
Now, Trevor, I know Wanda was with us during the summertime. What was one of the locations that we filmed this summer with Wanda?
Summer.
Yeah. Well, still, but what was the location?
Oh,
you remember?
the baseball museum.
Yeah.
Beachville, Ontario.
Beachville.
Yeah.
Not beach ball.
No.
Baseball. Beachville.
Yeah.
The baseball location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how was that for you?
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. We had quite a time putting things together, bits of information. On my drive there, I had the hitchhiker spirit come.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was really interesting. There's a backstory to that too that you were telling us after we started filming there, that you had, I guess, premonitions about that. He came to you beforehand, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't know what that meant at the time.
At the time, in like driving there in the car, the spirit sitting there in my passenger seat and talking to me, and he was getting a little vulgar, so I told him to smarten up, and he started to behave himself, but that was just the way he was. And anyways, I said, if you're not going to behave yourself, then leave. He says, I'm not going anywhere. I'm with you all the whole way here. So we got there and followed me around a bit, and we were able, by the visual, I could connect the dots with another picture that was there. And we went from there.
Yeah, because once we got at the location, we met you there that day, and we were starting to walk around, do our tour around the location for shots and stuff like that. There was one picture that was on the wall that you recognized right away, and then the curator told you who he was and made the connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember exactly what you said too when you were talking to her, the curator. You're like, I wouldn't need to draw a picture because this would do just fine.
Yeah, this take, because the person in the picture had facial hair, but the one that was with me didn't.
Yeah.
You could see his skin was sun and worn, weather worn, but in the picture it's the same shape and look and everything. You just had a beard. So you remove that, and I wouldn't have to draw it.
Yeah. I just remember the comment that you made. It's like, the picture would do just fine. You wouldn't have to draw anything. It's right there. So.
That's good.
And that person, actually, his name was Dr. Enoch Ford. He's the person that actually documented the very first baseball game in North America in writing, which was played at that location in Beachville. And that's the location that we actually investigated this year. So that video is now done. It's fully edited. It's up on our social media, on our YouTube, and also on our Facebook. You can check it out right now if you like. Just search our social media for OGPS Filming, and you should see it on our post listings for videos. So.
Yeah, and just have to say, welcome, Dana, actually, for tuning in. If there's any questions at all or any readings, feel free. Actually, Wanda and myself, we're basically here for you. Doesn't matter exactly who, but yeah, if there's any questions, and again, those we're kind of recapping exactly, and also going to bring some news actually shortly to you. So besides that, though, how's your spiritual walk, both of you guys?
Pretty good. Mine's been trying to keep things down lately. The last several months, I've had a lot of clairaudient activity, I could say. There's been activity in our place where we live, such as things like our curtains being torn down in your bedroom. There's been shadows I've seen on the wall. I've heard things like, one night I was laying in bed, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. And I just heard, well, I thought I heard somebody screaming in my right ear, just said, "Hey," like really loudly. And it was so loud that I woke up from it from my sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it just felt, I could still hear the vibration of somebody yelling in my ear, like right close to you, as if his face was like that close to you. And I could still feel that. It's not like I heard him was talking still, but I can still feel that vibration of him yelling at me.
It's like where you read about how spirit can build an ectoplasmic voice box and speak through it, and everyone in the room would be able to hear it.
Yeah, like somebody talking in the room. And that's what it was, and it was so loud and so close to my ear. It was more the fact that it was so close is what woke me up, is how loud it was. And since then, we've had a few things happen, and I've just been trying to block it more lately, focus on work and stuff like that. But that's for me.
Yeah, it throws you, right?
It throws you a bit when you're not ready for it, when they do it out of the blue like that. Like, you question that. You question things like, okay, why did you yell that in my ear so close? You didn't need to yell that loud.
Sometimes the reality of what the heck just happened stays with you all day. It's hard to focus sometimes on your work because you keep thinking, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
That's it. And how about for you, Wanda?
Well, I had a funny thing happen to me. Really funny.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anybody could relate to this, because I couldn't relate to this until it happened. It was just like last week. I was laying there in bed, just sleeping, like just resting. You know how when your face gets all relaxed and you're out like that, and all of a sudden, somebody went.
Oh, they flipped your lip?
Yeah, and my eyes are like I'm looking. Okay, nothing, nobody there. So I was like, whatever. It was just me. Meanwhile, my hands weren't even near my face.
And there's nothing near your head.
Nothing. I was just laying there. But, your face is so relaxed, your lips hanging out. And then all of a sudden it happened again. So,
Oh, so it did it twice.
twice. Not just once.
Okay.
So my eyes popped open again. I was like, oh my God, I'm not getting back to sleep after this. But what the heck was that?
Was it your animal, your loved animal that passed on?
I was thinking that too, where you're like that
Maybe her paw got me.
Yeah.
It was pawing me.
So.
Well, that seems to be something that she would do.
And we got a message actually from Billy across Wanda's. It looks like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was actually for you, Trevor.
Mm.
So.
Oh, yeah. One. That's one if I'm on here.
Yeah.
Well, it was like weird to share that kind of a funny thing, but the thing was, it woke me right up. What?
Yeah. And then for myself, though, lately, like what I was sort of sharing before here, is I've been feeling kind of off balance lately. So that's exactly what's been going on with me. So it's actually the energy of what's going on in the world today. Is for those that have joined those, if you have any questions or if you guys would like any readings or whatsoever, feel free. Actually, we're here today. And it looks like Tammy Hitchcock Smith joined.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. If you're just joining us, we're just doing a Haunting Live chat tonight, Q&A. If you have any questions for us about what we've done in the past or what we do, feel free to check us out. Any questions you have for us? We're going to do some Q&A. We're just going to do a fun little chat tonight and maybe even do some tarot readings too with Wanda.
So Wanda, I know that actually you've been really busy with spiritual stuff, and basically a lot of people are actually seeing me posting actually stuff onto your page. Can you sort of explain the reason why I'm actually posting things on?
Oh, well, I've been working with you guys, doing a lot of events with you and that, so I've been pretty involved with your work for a while now. And so as it comes up, if you're interested in anything the guys are doing, I'm usually right in there in the midst of it as well.
And also you do a lot of filming with us.
Well, the filming, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually.
And sometimes we also do live feeds.
Yep. Yeah, actually, that's one thing we're going to start doing a little bit more of is stuff like this.
We used to do a little
we used
bit
to do
more.
a little bit more in the past. We used to have a more regular type show that we used to do. And that's one thing I kind of wanted to start doing again. I don't know about you.
Well, I always thought that was enjoyable. So things that happened and the stuff we could share.
And I think something that we could do as well is get more in depth on topics. If people that follow us and are fans that like our episodes of haunting, places in Ontario that we check out that are actively haunted, that you want more details on, or any type of topic that you want to discuss, anything paranormal, not just ghost related. We also, I don't know if you guys are aware, but we also deal with other areas. Even Wanda deals with other areas of the paranormal. But that's some stuff that we get into as well. We're thinking about doing sort of like a radio style show on the paranormal for Ontario.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of just things random things that happen to us in everyday life. And, it really could be good just to have somebody here.
Just to let you know, the sound that just came on is actually the heat section. So
I can turn that down. Maybe.
Yeah, if it's annoying for people, just let us know in chat, and we can definitely turn it off or see if that helps later on.
Yeah. So we're on. I know that a couple of people are actually on your page right now. Like there's Tammy. There is, I think Billy's still actually up there. There is Ian, Sean, Biscuit.
Cool.
So that's just let you know.
Got some interest there tonight so far.
Yeah,
that's great.
And,
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Like I said, we're If you're just new tuning in, thank you very much. We're doing a Q&A style chat tonight. Nothing too serious, just a relaxing Saturday evening. If you guys have any questions for us, if you want to do Q&A with us, find out what we're up to.
Bob just popped in.
There's
That's
an
what we're doing.
interesting, so if anybody has seen a ghost in their bedroom, or not a ghost necessarily, a
Ghost in the
spirit, a
bedroom.
person show up, like a couple weeks ago, I had turned over in the middle of the night and
Billy's got a long message there.
opened my eyes and there was a man there.
Billy has a question. I have a question regarding about the tree I see in her back that fell. Actually, Jeff, if you can be able to get that.
Just too far distant.
Yeah, it's a little bit off for us, so we do apologize.
If you guys are in chat, I do have my phone here on chat, so I'm in here with you guys. If you have any questions, I'll try to read it on mine and then pass it on. So, and yes, Billy has sent a few questions. I'll go back to your other one first. Is 3 a.m. significant? No, I don't believe it was. It was just happened to be the time that Spirit decided to wake me up, I guess.
I think maybe only it's a time in the
It's
evening
an active
that's
time.
quiet and
Yeah.
a lot of the things electrical are shut off. And so
Your brain
we're-
also shuts off at that time because that's the time that your brain functions.
Right, but our
minimum.
spirit is busy.
Your spirit is more busy. So if that's the way you want to look at it, yes. But if there is something more physical significant, no, like nobody died there at 3 o'clock or anything like that. That's why he's trying to communicate. But that was a male, it was strong, it was a lot of energy that we had.
Yeah, plus us we're right beside a ley line, which is actually a train track.
Yeah, train tracks and also a trail goes by our place
Yeah.
too, right beside each other. So it's almost like a double whammy.
All right, so go back to Billy's question for Wanda.
She goes, I have a question related to a large tree that fell in our yard recently. During your home investigation at our home, this was the tree that the strange lights were seen around. And where the apple that was eaten was placed. I'm worried about the spirits that maybe is placed by the down tree. Is this the thing that you should worry about? So remember, we were
That's
down
Dana?
in Low Banks.
Yeah.
We did an investigation at a client's home. This is the client.
And there seemed to be
The tree actually fell where those lights were that you investigated in the backyard. And if anybody wants to check out that episode of Haunting that we edited and filmed, it is also under our
Yeah.
YouTube,
Which is OGPS Filming.
OGPS Filming, and there's clips of it also under Facebook too. So
All right, so basically the question is,
So it was in the backyard because
Yeah.
I want to know which
Yeah.
tree because there was some different energies going on. So it's like
no, Billy, it's not the one though that's actually, if you're walking in the backyard, that's actually on the left-hand side right beside the
the one
shed.
that we were walking around and touching,
I
feeling
think so, yeah.
the one that had
Yeah.
all that energy, and we stopped to talk about it.
I'm pretty sure that's what.
Well, that energy was coming out towards the house anyways there at that time. Or did the tree fall afterwards? Or?
Yeah, she's saying it fell after recently.
I think it's that one, but we're just gonna wait for it.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
I could see that could make the energy wobble a lot now because it doesn't have that steadfastness there anymore. So
Okay, it's the one actually in the front.
where you put the apple in the front tree.
Oh, a front
For
tree
the-
fell.
Yeah.
I assumed it was the other one.
Yeah, I just got a reply back.
And Deanna Furlong is in OGPS.
Yeah, yeah.
So hello to Deanna. Thank you. And Tim James.
No, the portal. The portal. So
We put the apple there for the reason to put the apple there. And then did something happen to the apple afterwards?
no. But she's trying to figure out about the tree,
Yeah.
right? For the tree falling though, is that gonna? I think basically what Billy's actually asking though is if that's gonna affect actually the energy with the house,
And
since the spirits and all that.
Yeah, I'm not feeling like it would. No, I'm not feeling that. I know that there's a lot of energy. I remember you going in the basement with some military
Hey,
Tim.
spirits that we
The
challenged.
basement had a lot of energy, yeah. Remember, you tried to help some of the spirits over, and they wouldn't stop coming.
Then the soldiers we actually helped pass over to the white light.
Yeah.
Right, but still, basically, though, is Billy's just trying to.
Trying to figure out if there's going to be anything happening from the tree falling that's going to affect any spirit energy in the home. Like, he's not going to disrupt them, make them mad that something's happening or something. I think. Is that going to upset the spirits that happened?
I'm
Make
not,
them more active.
like, I remember that front area was significant in the past with the history of the place.
Because you're picking up the French settlers and stuff from the land, so maybe that had something to do with the
And
settlers.
children and certain people that were connected. But you see, the energy of the tree is still there in reality. It doesn't, it's like a phantom now. It's a phantom tree.
Yeah, ghost tree now.
And it will always be there. It's just a different time frame.
So maybe that might actually not really affect the spirits because they still see that tree there. It's not going anywhere for them. It's in her reality that the tree's gone, not their reality.
Yeah, it is one aspect of the idea, yeah.
So I think that's your best answer, Billy, is that there's different realities, like the spirits are on one level and you're on the earth plane. So just because a tree fell on your earth plane, it's still there for them. So we don't really think it's going to affect their energy too much.
Too bad I couldn't get a street view. Actually, with a cell phone, to be able to show you which one she was talking about.
Yeah.
I thought she actually meant the other one that was in the backyard.
Right beside the shed.
Touching and stuff in the back.
That was really an interesting area
That one had a
there.
lot of energy to
Like
it.
a vortex over that way. Well, that was, the windmills were in the back, and that's where we picked up the vortex to start with.
Yeah.
We didn't realize there was windmills
Oh,
there.
I could sense a lot of energy from the windmills. I think they produce a lot of energy from it that creates more energy, and it just the windmill just generates a lot of energy, and they're so close there that also in regards to the lake too, the lake is like right in front of her property, so the water conducts a lot of energy. So I think that whole mix is just creates a lot of weird energies.
Yeah, weird.
How's your place been lately, though, Billy?
Basically, though, Billy actually replies back, thank you very much. That makes her feel a little bit better. I felt so bad. It felt so bad for the loss.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, a
That's
tree
a
is a
loss.
living thing, yeah. It's like something you've cared for, and it's your friend.
But on the bright side too is you get growth and rebirth or something that passes. So this may be an opportunity to put something in that would please the spirits and please the energy in your area. Maybe plant something that is more meaningful to them.
Reply back, it's been a bit active.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Maybe actually try to find something to replant there that also you like that will make them happy as well. Maybe something new and fresh.
And anybody that's across OGPS, if you have any questions, feel free actually to ask us.
Yeah, we have Tim and Indiana in OGPS, and you going on chat here in West Hunters as well.
And from Billy, actually a lot of orbs and shadows.
Okay.
Where?
Her house.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's explainable and understandable.
Yeah. But what type of shadows? So.
Now, maybe it's like because there's so many military around there. Like, we didn't help everybody. And
No, there would still be some on the land as well.
Yeah. And just let Billy know we might be down sort of your way next year. We're not too sure yet. The reason why is because right now we're still working actually on a couple of cases actually, though have actually being brought forward to us.
That was going to be one of our next announcements that we can make.
Yeah.
We just got word that we have a new location that is interested in having us come check out. We can't give anything too much away yet. The only thing we can say it is in the Niagara region. So
yeah. And for sure, those if we are officially confirmed with their board, we will be we want to stop in and actually see Billy.
hopefully things will work out. Yes.
Yeah. So basically that's one big news. And also though comes May 4th.
Yeah, we'll continue with some more news here. The other big piece of news, if you guys follow us on our social media, we do have some postings up right now of our next major event coming next year for our spring lockdown 2019.
That's actually with Ghost Hunters of Guelph, and also with us here at OGPS Filming. Put us together, we're called Haunting.
Yes, so we're doing our next lockdown is going to be May the 4th, 2019. Our event page is already posted on our website and the event page on our Facebook. Both are up now, so you can check out the details, what we're going to be doing, and the cost and stuff like that. So you can also book tickets right now.
Yeah, and Wanda's got actually the cheat reap center.
Cheat.
Yeah. Sorry, what topics are that we're going to be doing actually for the spiritual workshop.
Okay, yeah. There's a little bit of point form here we can discuss.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
The 7 ways to ground yourself. Some ways to ground yourself. That comes in handy after an investigation to ground yourself, because you want to come back to the earth and to your own life and everything without having to keep openness. So help. If you're too open, that could drain your energy. If you're too open all day, all the time.
Yeah.
So you want to know how to kind of take care of your spiritual self that way.
Another one though that we started talking about doing though is actually angels and spirit guides. Though they're actually always with us. One best way I actually explain to people is spirit guide is sort of like a person that's directing you down the right path. And if there's a tree, like of how the branches, since there's branches, they're always trying to make it back to the normal path. We'll be probably talking about that actually a little bit more in detail.
And I like the idea of how your own soul will help guide you as well, and how to trust yourself as well, not having to have to deal with helpers, but we all have helpers, so it's good to be aware of that as well.
All right, and the next one?
Cleansing your home for negative energy, or whatever place, maybe your workplace, maybe you want to do something there discreet that they don't know about.
Yeah.
And that could help you in your day to day.
Is there a way that's really interesting, actually, that I think a lot of people might find useful in their workplace, especially their own sort of little area of their workplace, like if they work in a cubicle or they have an office like I do, in my own room.
You're dealing with everyone's energy.
You're dealing with everybody that comes into your room and stuff like that. If there's a way to just cleanse your area without making it noticeable, that might be a lot of benefits.
Yeah, or breaking any rules, because burning sage.
Burning sage.
Sage or even Palo Santos.
Meditation in the middle of the day.
Yeah. We'll be getting into topics about that directly.
I think that'll be very useful.
All right. Another one, those crystals and gemstones, actually sort of what the benefits are for them.
Yeah, that's an individual thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody relates differently to. Everybody may have their top 3 or 4 crystals that work for them.
But you can sort of see those right now. I'll bring this one a little closer to you guys. Start off with Wanda's camera. Whoops, right there. All right. So that's actually a rose quartz. That's actually a chakra. It's wrapped one. Wanda's got one actually on right now.
Oh yeah, right. This
is
is the Moldavite, which I usually never leave home without it.
Yeah.
It's because it's
Let me bring it up close to the people.
Yeah, there you go. It's a blend of both worlds, the spiritual, from the extraterrestrial world to the Earth world, because of a meteor that hit Earth in the Czechoslovakia area, Germany area, and then when it melted the rock around it and formed and became one piece.
Mhm.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Another one though that we possibly might be talking about though is actually to do with EVPs. Everybody knows what the L's stand for. For those that don't, electric voice phenomenons. Actually, basically there's basically different topics, but we will be probably talking about the two most common topics actually out there to you guys within the class.
Yeah, and EVP then too, just so you know that it seems to, each person seems to be able to do EVP a little differently.
Yeah.
It's like it's their
It's a very,
energy.
yeah, it's a very personal thing doing EVP. A lot of people hear the same word, but then again, a lot of people hear something totally different when you play the same EVP. So
Yeah. The part that's really cool is if you can get a conversation and answers and continue with questions and get answers.
Mhm.
So then you can pretty much know they're not saying go where you're at. You know,
Yes.
you pretty much can sort of figure that out. But that's the same on any tape. You can listen to us taping each other and swear that we said one thing and not the other. It's
yeah, that kind of comes into play too when you're doing an investigation like we do, and we have a lot of things going on during investigation, but you think you hear something, then it's. I guess what I'm trying to say is kind of like other people have a different way of hearing things or understanding things, and that goes into hand when you're trying to analyze evidence as to what it
right there
actually
from
is.
their perspective,
Yeah.
from each and everybody's perspective.
Next one though that we possibly will be talking about though is actually 7 types of haunting. There is altogether 7 different types of haunting altogether.
That would be interesting too, because I think a lot of people don't know all the different types. Like on TV, on most of the shows, all they ever talk about is most top 3 or whatever.
Scary stuff because
Yeah, they talk
they're
about-
trying to sell.
They try to tell it's scary, but most people know residual, they know intelligent, and they know oppression. And that's about it.
There's
But there's a whole lot more that paranormal covers besides those main
yeah,
3.
like you can haunt somebody in real life. You don't have to be dead. Like
No,
your
no.
mind-to-mind communication can really do numbers on people.
Yeah.
So you just have to be aware that it's not always ghosts and poltergeists or.
And there's stuff like psychic vampirism, where you get drained just from being around certain people, and you don't know why you're being drained. And your
Yeah.
energy just goes away.
But once you realize it,
But
you
you
can
start
be
realizing
around
who
these.
does that.
You can actually live with it a lot better. You can say,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's not good job."
We actually know somebody that's like that actually, though, that is actually the sort of vampire drainage person.
So there's a lot of different topics in the field of paranormal.
Yeah.
Even just types of hauntings, but you can cover a lot more range of things than just the main types.
And then another topic, though, well, there's a couple more topics. One of them is actually your spiritual journal. Before we went live, Wanda was saying though that she used to do that. And how many books do you have by any chance?
Well, yeah, in spirit, I've got a lot of books I've written, but they're not written in real life. But I've written a lot of journals because I started doing this back in the early 80s. And I kept it all because it was just amazed me what the heck happened. Some of the dreams, things that came true, then I had to write that down. And then take things, if I dreamt of a plane crash, then I'd have to, the next day or whatever, it's in the newspaper, so I have to keep that clipping. And this just over the years has piled up. And not only that, it's not just these kind of things, it's like contact experiences, and all that.
And maybe now from that, what you can do is go back through those and also maybe go back through, like, now that with the internet, you can go back online and just go and research some of those and see what happened and relate to those and see if they actually happened.
But
So now
it's
it's
good though to do that type of stuff, which will explain the benefits actually of that. And also, there's another one that one wants to basically talk about is what?
Well, we were talking about energy.
Yeah.
Of actually feeling energy, like how to sense energy for real. Like a lot of people that are taking healing courses, healing energy courses like Reiki or therapeutic touch or any kind of spiritual energy healing may know or have touched on some of these techniques, but the idea I wanted to use them so you could learn to feel the energy and once you really understand that there's more out there then you're opening your mind and heart to more experiences. But they're beneficial for your growth, for your spiritual growth. It's not like opening you to having a spooky experience because you want it. It's a good spooky. It's not.
It's more of a learning how to control stuff.
It's a healing work, because in the same sense, all of these journeys and the experiences you go on to investigate haunted places or whatever, those are opportunities to grow spiritually in a healthy way.
Now, I'll let you know, spiritual classes actually will be running actually from 10 o'clock in the morning until approximately 4. Cost is $65. They're actually through ogpsfilming.ca's actually Facebook. So not Facebook, but actually website. There is a link actually on the bottom. Be able to click actually on there. It gives you actually different options for paying. If you cannot get hooked up with PayPal, there's 2 different options. So you can actually be able to send through Guelph actually the funds and the information, or even with actually OGPS Filming. There's a message that came up actually from Ina, I think it is.
Yeah, Ina's joined us on ours.
And then at nighttime, we actually have a ghost hunt going on. Now that there is actually with a larger location than what our ghost hunt was this year. We'll be doing a little bit more big location.
Yeah, we try to keep our lockdown events fairly small, like I was explaining a bit earlier. I believe that more people have more personal experiences during a small group rather than having large numbers of people walking around. It's just, I think they connect better with the energy and the spirits that are there. I guess the spirits are more willing to come out and play when there's less people.
That's only for a smaller location, but we're doing a much bigger location.
Yeah, this would be a bigger location, but at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have the 2 buildings now.
Yeah.
This one. So this time we're actually doing 2 buildings. So we're doing the Lucas House, as well as the Lucas Barn in May, on May 4th, 2019. So we're going to be able to spread more people out, do more groups, and hopefully get some more people out. We're still working on some details of this event as well, so watch for more announcements later on. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a worthwhile event. Basically, it's going from, don't forget, from 10 o'clock till really late if you do take part. There is a package deal actually that's actually out there. It does not include accommodation, but there are a couple of actually accommodations really close by that are really comfortable and willing to actually help you out. But if anybody has any questions for readings, we actually have Wanda here. We also have myself here. I noticed that Ina's actually on. I'll sort of let you know about Ina's location. I'm not going to say where she lives or whatsoever, but first time that I went through, I was picking up to do with actually her energy of her location altogether. And she was very, very much so impressed. She was just walking through. So if anybody has any questions before we kick off, feel free to ask any questions. We can do some readings for you guys. We got actually angel cards. We also have Wanda's deck of cards, and also my deck of cards actually for the Torah cards.
That's just, my focus tool right now is still just your regular deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's what we're doing tonight. We pretty much covered our announcements and the things. We're doing Q&A all night, so anytime you guys have a question about anything that we've just recently done or filmed or edited, please give us a shout. We appreciate you guys so very, very much for following us on social media. That's one more thing I do want to announce, though, is coming next year, 2019, is going to be all about promotion for us. We're going to be trying to push more and more with promotions, so you guys might see our.
Now, is that directly with OGPS or Ghost Hunters of Guelph, or is that for haunting?
That'll be for everything. So if we have an event coming up, we'll be pushing that more. When we do our full episodes of Haunting with all of us, Ghost Hunters of Guelph and OGPS, that'll be another episode that'll be pushed. We have a lot of little clips right now that we just recently posted. We're going to be trying to share those on different websites, stuff like that. So any of you guys that are following us, want to tell your friends about us that are into the paranormal, feel free to share our videos on their pages, please. That would help us out a lot to get our name out there a bit more followers in Ontario. And the other thing we might do soon is restart back up what we're doing tonight, which is a paranormal chat night. So
where you guys will be able to take advantage, actually, and ask us questions. Send us questions through email directly.
Yeah. Send your questions ahead of time so we know what to talk about, different topics that you want us to discuss. We really kind of want to start doing bringing more of the Ontario paranormal field out there more.
Yeah.
Anything paranormal, not just spirits and ghosts. We'll cover any topic from Sasquatch, Bigfoot to
UFOs, ghosts, demons, whatever.
To cryptids and anything you guys want to talk about that you've had experiences with. I really want to try to draw those Ontario stories out more.
My name is Chris.
It's Wanda.
And Trevor.
So we're all here for you.
I have a question for everybody out there.
Mhm.
I just want to know if anybody else has ever seen a triangle crafts per se in the sky. Triangle or maybe not in the sky, maybe
In dreams or something.
in dreams or triangles. I'm really interested in the triangles.
Yeah, Wanda's had some experiences with the triangle UFOs, so I haven't seen anything like that myself. I have had some UFO experiences. I can tell you guys about one right now that I saw. I don't know if Chris saw.
Yes. No. Driving down? No.
No, in Cambridge. That day we went to the restaurant, we were walking back.
Oh, yeah. You know, we both saw it.
Okay, we went to a restaurant in Cambridge downtown when we lived in Guelph.
Cafe 13?
We went to
I think, no, it wasn't a Cafe 13. It was
a
actually a Mexican restaurant.
place, yeah.
That's no longer there.
Yeah, that's no longer there, by the way. But at the time, we were living in the house that we were renting that they did the story on us on Paranormal Survivor about. That's the place that we were staying at. We were walking back home, and as we were walking sort of towards the downtown square area, if you know downtown Guelph, there's like a little fountain and a four-corner stop sign, they call it. I saw this thing coming down from the sky. It was
It was coming from the south, actually going to the west.
Yeah, it was coming towards us, so coming down over us. It was kind of weird. I saw it right away. I thought, okay, what the heck, is somebody flying a drone around or something? And I just kept watching it for a bit, but it kept coming closer towards us as we were walking towards it. But it started coming lower and lower, like out of the sky towards us. And then I could see it more clearly. And it wasn't a drone. It didn't have propellers or lift functions to it like a drone has. You can see propellers and stuff on a drone.
Yeah, or legs.
Or legs or anything like that. This was a perfectly round, black, shiny sphere. It was a black sphere, like a little probe or something coming down into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
It almost was like it got to the point where I stopped, first of all, to look at it, to try to figure out what I was looking at. Came down pretty much over top of the fountain, came towards us, and almost saw that I was looking at it. All of a sudden, it stopped, turned. Well, it didn't turn, it just moved off, started going the other way, almost like the 90-degree turn, and started going up the other direction. So, see a black sphere shining come down out of the sky, come towards you as you're walking towards it on a downward level, like trajectory. Come down, all of a sudden it almost senses that you're looking at it, starts to go this way, and heads back out the other way.
Well, yeah, that's got to be something off, like not actually normal, right? Not,
I wouldn't think it would be anything
airplane.
that's man-made. Well, anything that we're aware of that's man-made.
Yeah, certainly wasn't a bird.
No. This had smooth flight. There's no flapping wings. There was no propellers, no propulsion system that I could see.
It was like a black.
was black,
I tried to get a picture of it.
Solid black.
I tried to take a picture too at the end when it was too late, obviously. I was just memorized by it. I was trying to figure out what the hell it was. And
Hey, watch the mouth.
It just...
All right, so Billy actually sent a question, not a question, but a thing to Wanda.
Right, so yeah, there's stories here on Erie about them. If I saw one, I'd cry, collapse, and need to be committed. I'm terrified of aliens, but whatever they may be.
Mhm.
Right. Well, it could certainly kind of throw you, but one thing that this figured, what happens is when I've experienced something, a lot of the times it freezes your fear and flight reflexes. Like, I mean, you don't necessarily feel the fear in the moment when it's happening. So maybe later you might think and feel you're freaked out. What the heck what it was, but I would realize if they wanted to annihilate us, they would have done it by now. So I don't fear them that way.
And I don't either. That's what I had in my experience. I was like, frozen, just trying to figure out what I was looking at. It wasn't a fear thing. I wasn't scared. I didn't want to run. I just like, my mind was just clicking over and over, like, okay, what is it?
Trevor basically asked me if I actually saw it, and I was like, yeah. Right away, I tried to get a picture of it, but
Yeah, I tried to too, but by that time it was too late. And it was gone, so.
you took it way after.
But I was still trying to figure out what it was. I was like, that's not a drone. It's moving too smoothly.
Well, Robin's actually on, and also Emily, welcome. And anybody left actually on our page at OGPS Filming? If not, hey, what's going on?
Come and join us. We're doing live Q&A tonight, Saturday night fun chat for you guys. If you guys have any questions about recent episodes of Haunting that we filmed, hopefully you've had a chance to watch our most recent ones, including Haunting in the Big Leagues at the Beachville Museum.
It's actually on both pages.
It's on YouTube and Facebook right now. Check it out.
It's underneath OGPS Filming and also Ghost Hunters of Guelph page.
Yep.
So.
Well, let's start off with the reading and do a reading. Let's see what comes through. Let's do that next.
All right, who you want?
Just do a random reading, and if somebody's on chat that relates to, then that's for them.
Okay, so you shuffle and ask to say, this is a reading for somebody who's already here. So one can start to.